It feels great to be back. I'm your host, Nathan Shelton, and this is Show Me Chefs. Today, two confident culinary masters bring their big personalities and a little heat here to the GreyRocks kitchen. Can the country club culinary artists bring home the win? Or will the food scientists use molecular gastronomy to break down the opponent and advance to the next round? Find out on this brand new episode of Show Me Chefs. It's time now to meet our chefs. First up, we have Chef Marty Lowry from Twin Hills Golf and Country Club.
16 over the summer and went back my junior year. And one of my friends then said, hey, come get this job working with me at the Burger King. We'll get some money and we'll buy CDs. It'll be great. And that was how I got started. In my early 20s, I kind of moved out of that and more toward the corporate casual dinner house kind of places, and I went to OTC in Springfield, who at that time had already developed an excellent culinary arts program. I met my first mentor, Lou Rice, and it was Lou that told me, you need to join the American Culinary Federation, you need to finish this program and set some new goals. He said, hotels and country clubs are really the territory of an individual with your mindset. So you go over, talk to the chef at this country club over across town and about this position that he has open. And that was how I made the move into fine dining. The desire to compete in Show Me Chefs came before the first season. I enjoy competition anyway, and I certainly love mystery baskets. But I really want to be challenged, and I really want to excel, or if I don't excel, I really want to see somebody who does and learn from that encounter.
All right, and next up, we have Chef Holland Wilson, and you are with Van Gogh's here in Springfield.
It's actually pronounced Van Gogh.
Okay, Van Gogh.
I like to be up and about and moving throughout the workday. That's how I landed on working in restaurants, and I took to it well enough that I went into the hospitality program at Missouri State. In March of 2018, Van Gogh's opened, and I got promoted over to the brand new barista position. In the course of my duties, my responsibilities eventually expanded into me making the vegan cheeses, making the lemon tart, doing some custom things for Joe for specific events, and I have developed a bit of a repertoire of non-traditional items that appeal to specific niches. The most exciting thing about participating in Show Me Chefs this year is going to be trying to come up with a bunch of brand new dishes for ingredients I haven't seen before. Honestly, for its size, Springfield has some great stuff going on in the local food scene, and I can see that growing significantly over the coming years.
Awesome. Are you nervous about anything, or you think you got this in the bag?
I'm nervous about what's in here.
Well, we're about to find out. All right, let's get cooking. Our first round is the appetizer round. You'll each have 20 minutes to craft the perfect appetizer using only our mystery ingredients. Of course, you are going to have full use of the pantry provided by Springfield Wholesale Grocers, as well as the spice rack provided by Chabam Teas and Spices. Now, in this round, you are going to have a special dietary restriction. Your dish must be vegetarian. Don't forget that the winner of this round will get a little bit of an extra advantage in the entree round, whereas the loser will have to put up with a penalty. Now, we're coming in hot this episode, and we are asking our chefs to spice up the competition. Let's get a look at our mystery ingredients. You'll be crafting your hot and spicy vegetarian appetizers using mushrooms from Willow Mountain Mushrooms, hot mango salsa from Two Men and a Garden in St. Louis, the Dude cheese from Terrell Creek Farms, and watercress. All right, chefs, your 20 minutes begins now.
When I saw the mystery basket, my first reaction is, what am I gonna do with this? 2 kinds of mushrooms, watercress, and a mango salsa.
Going into the competition, I feel a little bit nervous. Mostly what I'm worried about is that I won't be able to cook what's in the basket.
While the chefs are creating, let's meet our judges for today's episode. First up, we have Bambino's Cafe co-owner, Mary Faucett. Thank you for being here. And from season 3 of Show Me Chefs and Lost Signal Brewing Company, we have Kim Matney-Schmitz. And of course, our head judge, Chef Angelo Wannithantri of GreyRocks Event Center. What do you see going on here today?
Well, I mean, we got 2 talented chefs. I know Marty he's in the business for a long time, and I think Chef Holland's up and coming and very experienced as well. So, kind of excited to see what they can do with the vegetarian round. You know.
Well, I think a lot of people think of vegetarian dishes as being something that's kind of boring, like the absence of meat. But really, I mean, it's wide open.
I mean, there's only so many meats, but there's vegetables, plethora of vegetables that you can create anything and anything you want.
And unique ways to keep meat out of the picture, but still bring out those flavors.
Of course.
So like here, I believe you said earlier they're using ghee or clarified butter. So what's the difference between clarified butter and actual?
Well, the clarified butter is like when the butter is boiled up, that comes up.
Okay.
My gut reflex seeing the beach mushrooms was that these have to appear in their natural state. And I moved from there. I quickly found the cheese and the mango salsa and some milk together in a rich, creamy, sweet and spicy kind of sauce.
Find out what happens when we return. This round, the chefs are using the Dude cheese from Terrell Creek Farms. We sent season 4 field host and season 3 contestant, Joey Fiddick, to Fordland, Missouri to find out about this small family farm and their irresistible cheeses.
So can you give me a little backstory on Terrell Creek?
Terrell Creek is a little creek that runs through the edge of the property. We originally moved out here, my husband and I just wanted to be more self-sufficient, produce a lot of our own food. We provide our own electricity. We also provide our own hot water through solar hot water. I think the community has benefited from us starting our business by actually having the opportunity to taste real, local, fresh goat cheese. Previously, there wasn't anything available that was local. Our goats are pasture-based. They have free access to grass and browse year-round. We use rotational grazing, and we have lots and lots of woods and brush that they have access to. You can buy directly from us at Farmers Market of the Ozarks in Springfield. All the Mama Jean's stores carry them, Lucky's Market.
So your cheese is all over here in Southwest.
It is. And then there are lots and lots of restaurants in town and in Joplin that carry our products also.
Just think, in a few years, this little beauty here will be producing some of the most delicious cheese here in the Ozarks.
Chefs, any spices that you're using right now?
I've got some turmeric and cumin in the pan over there. Cayenne, cumin, red pepper flakes. But thanks for reminding me. I meant to add the turmeric and I forgot.
Yeah, that first round is definitely the hardest because, you get a couple of seconds to look at the pantry and make yourself familiar, but this is a totally foreign kitchen.
Yep.
So.
Especially, the chefs are not used to coming to a...
Right, I mean, they cook in the same place every single day. They know where everything is, it's theirs.
It's a lot of muscle memory.
Yeah.
And here all that's gone.
Yeah, I can imagine. But they seem like they're doing pretty well with it so far.
And to me, I mean, being, a judge for, 3 years, seems like pretty calm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their faces aren't red.
And they're not sweating?
They're not sweating. Not yet, at least.
We can turn up the heat, though. Our pairing corner this season is brought to you by Hotel Vandervoort. We're joined here by the Hotel Vandervoort's head mixologist, Mary Cooksey. So, what have you got to pair with our delicious ingredients today?
So for the vegetarian pairing, I'm going to be doing a habanero spritzer. So we're going to be using a spiced honey ginger syrup, and then we're topping it with sparkling cava and garnishing with lemon and lime wheels.
So right now, as you're putting those in, how is that going to enhance the flavor of this with the citrus from the lemon and lime?
So it's going to brighten everything up. I mean, you have Fino sherry, which is going to complement mushrooms, I mean, you're gonna get that creamy kind of nutty texture. The spice is gonna go well with mango. You're gonna get that honey and ginger and all of that. I mean, those are heavier ingredients in a way. So that brightness, I think, is gonna be a nice pop on the nose.
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming in and making these for us.
Yeah, this looks so refreshing.
Today's word of the day is sweat. To sweat is to cook cut vegetables prior to adding them to another dish in order to bring out their inherent flavors. It's also what happens when you're cooking with very spicy food. Less than a minute.
4 plates is nothing to her. You know, you can
Get those plates plated. We are at 30 seconds.
So,
Woo! 30 seconds.
this is coming down to the wire now. Chef Holland has not plated yet.
No.
Make sure you get those on the plates. You still have 22
Come on,
seconds.
Chef Holland.
21, 20,
What's going on?
Chef Holland, you gotta get the plate going.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your time is up.
I burned my stuff. I don't have anything.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. It's time now for our chefs to explain their creations. First up, we have Chef Marty Lowry. Marty, please explain what you've done here today.
When I saw the mystery basket, my first reaction is, what am I gonna do with this? 2 kinds of mushrooms, watercress, and a mango salsa. My gut reflex seeing the beach mushrooms was that these have to appear in their natural state. And I moved from there. I quickly found the cheese and the mango salsa and some milk together in a rich, creamy, sweet and spicy kind of sauce.
Did you use the
mushrooms?
the cheese to melt down the to make the sauce?
Yes.
Spicy. The savory.
Is the sauce spicy too? The cream sauce?
That's what I tasted right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And what is stuffed in the mushrooms? The other mushrooms?
Yes, the stems of both mushrooms as well as a little bit of onion.
Oh, nice. Great. Well, thank you very much, Marty. All right, Chef Holland, it is now your turn. Please explain your creation for us today.
Basically, mushroom and watercress dumplings wrapped in flour tortillas with a spicy cream cheese, essentially, and the mango salsa. Unfortunately, I'm not used to the range, and most of my product burned.
Oh, no.
So I only managed to get 1 plate.
Well, luckily, a huge part of cooking is also sharing. So we can get to experience that today. But the food does look great. So those of you who have had a chance to try it, let's, what are we thinking?
Well, I mean, I understand, like, in a competition, sometimes the time can get away.
Sure,
the timing of it.
We only give 20 minutes.
20
so
minutes,
yeah,
you know. This is an appetizer round. Let's get them warmed up and get them going on the entree round. They can do much better.
So we think we're just heating
Don't
up.
sweat it.
You
Word
still
of the
have to
day.
play around. Yeah, great. Now it's time for the judges to deliberate. If the chefs would please leave the kitchen, we'll call you back in shortly. Thank you.
Same. I really think they were nervous coming into the
First episode, day one.
You know.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna cut them some slack and
We got
let them
cold
get
feet, we
used
gotta
to
heat 'em
the
up.
kitchen, and because there's a lot of produce in the pantry.
Yes.
So I think they just need to get used to using those, produce and enhancing the mystery basket with those.
Correct, yeah.
So,
Great. Well, luckily we have a nice round coming up that
Yeah.
they can redeem themselves.
Yes.
Wonderful. So you've made a decision.
Yes, we had.
Wonderful. All right. Well, let's bring our chefs back in. Welcome back to the kitchen, chefs. And the judges have their verdict.
Yes. Cutting short, we both know, obviously, you didn't finish the task that was required. So obviously, Marty Lowry won the appetizer round.
Great. All right. Well, congratulations, Chef Marty. You are the winner of this first challenge. But don't lose hope yet, Chef Holland. We do have room for you to make up lost ground in the freeform entree round, which is coming up next, where you will have 35 minutes to craft the perfect entree using our new mystery ingredients. However, in the next round, we have a little twist. You will only be able to use the pantry before the round starts for 1 minute to get everything that you need. And then once the round starts, you will not be able to go back to the pantry. Now, Chef Marty, because you won the last challenge, you will get additional 30 seconds to go to the pantry about halfway through, 17 minutes in. Chef Holland, since you lost the last round, you will be dealing with a penalty this round, which is the addition of an extra mystery ingredient. To let you know a little bit more about that, Vanna here, Joey, will show you what we're gonna do.
Okay, chefs, are you ready? Holland, this is your penalty. You've got to pick 1 through 4. Give me a number and I'll give it to you. Which one will it be? 1 through 4.
And they might not necessarily be in order, just
Nope.
in case you're trying to figure it out.
Yeah. I go with number 3.
Number 3, are you sure? Well, I'm nuts about this. We've got Cajun nuts just for you, Chef Holland.
All right, chefs, it's time now to reveal our mystery ingredients. Are you ready? Ta-da! You'll need to use duck leg quarters from Providence Farms, Bond Burner jalapeno pineapple mead from Leaky Roof Meadery, and sweet onion sugar from Chabam Teas and Spices, along with hot sauce from Cafe Cusco. All right, chefs, you know the rules. You are not allowed after this 1 minute to get any pantry items out of the pantry, but you are welcome to get spices. Your pantry time will start now.
The pantry time was a lot harder to deal with because I had to be very precise about what I wanted right at the beginning, and that is difficult.
We're at a 30-second warning, chefs, 30-second warning. Grab those items, anything you think you might be able to.
Having a limited time in the pantry presented a very different type of challenge. If I had not been so comfortable with the mystery basket, that may have been a serious detriment to my performance.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And your pantry time is over. All right, here we go. Your time begins now. Let's do it, chefs.
After I burn most of my food in the appetizer round, I'm pretty nervous that I'm gonna mess something up again. For the duck, I used the mead to provide a surface for the cashews to stick to, and then I just breaded it in the cashews.
The mystery ingredients for the entree round, I was much more confident in. I felt like I saw more associations between them that are familiar to me and in my style of cooking. I was most excited to cook duck. I love duck. I have just an affection for it. It's hit or miss on menus in the area. Some places do it and do it well. Some places, it's just the audience is not interested in duck.
Marty, what did you season the duck with?
Salt, pepper, a little bit of oil. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a good grill mark on them, and then I'm going to finish them in the beer. So it'll be a braise technically, but to get the a little bit of smoke in with the sweetness that the beer is going to provide.
Have you tasted the mead?
No. I usually just, it's a habit. I look at it, I smell it, I'll drink it later when I clock out. You know?
So Chef Holland's frying some artichoke hearts.
You could have deep fried it.
And then he got the grill going. Wow, flames growing on the duck.
You could have deep fried the duck.
That would have been the best way.
That would have been the best way to do that.
Yeah.
My bird's okay.
I think we're okay. I think we're safe.
Providence Farms, right here in Missouri, raises heritage poultry, just like the duck legs that are being used today by our chefs. Let's take a little field trip with Joey Fiddick down to Trenton, Missouri.
Like a lot of young couples, when we had our first child, we got a lot more interested in where our food came from. And so that kind of eventually led to wanting to grow our own food, which started with having a garden, and then kind of over time just evolved into wanting to have a small farm and raise things the kind of way we wanted them raised. With our livestock, we want to raise animals the way that they should be raised. So we want them they need to be outside. They need to be able to stretch their legs and to roam around, not to be confined, to have a wholesome diet as well. And so we source our feed based on what the animals need to be eating. We have got about everything. We raise cattle, that's what we started with. We have a small flock of sheep that we're starting. With our poultry, the thing we raise the most of is ducks. It's a really good market for us. We have a couple restaurants that buy from us. They really tell us how much they prefer ours, how much better ours is than what they can get elsewhere. We see our role as in the community as just providing really good food, stuff that is raised well, that's going to taste really good because it's raised well. The people can be comfortable and content eating it. They can eat it knowing that it's wholesome and it's going to be good for them, and it's just going to taste good. It's going to provide good meals. And then we are at the Farmers Market of the Ozarks pretty much every Saturday throughout the growing season.
And we are back in the pairings corner with Joey Fiddick. Joey, 2 farms in one day. How was that?
It was actually quite nice. I got to travel around on the highways, see quite a bit of the countryside, really get out and connect with nature and see where all this beautiful food comes from.
All right, well, let me ask you a very serious question, all right? What do you think is Daffy Duck's favorite place to eat in the area?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. I don't know. What is it?
Quacker Barrel.
I should have seen that one coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so let's talk about these pairings. What are we pairing with
today?
the
We are going to
entrees?
pair a beautiful 4x4.
Where'd that come from?
Frisco Trail. I'm a man of many surprises.
Okay.
So today it's a nice 5.5 alcohol by volume.
Nice.
This is an American red, so it actually goes very well with just about anything. So you kind of get your bearings with it, with the flavor. We're gonna go ahead and give it a try.
Great, I think this is gonna have the judges sweating.
All right, so we've got our 4x4 beer. You can see color is a nice dark amber.
Yeah.
You can almost see through it, but it's a little too, is that foggy or hazy? Hazy. A little too hazy to see through. But it should really pair well with our duck today.
It smells delicious.
Excellent. So let's go ahead and get our judges our drinks.
Bottoms up.
Oh, that's nice. I like it.
Tasty?
Chef Holland, you might want to watch for that bowl right there.
Sorry?
You might the fire because of the hot. You don't want. Oh, okay.
The dish I decided to make, I knew I would have to combine several elements. They were going to follow an island flavor pattern, and so I moved forward with a fusion of Latin and Asian flavors. The duck leg quarters, I separated, Frenched the legs, marked all of that on the grill, and then to make it a braise, I used some of the mead to steam that, a little hot sauce, a little bit of the sweet onion sugar there, and of course couscous to thicken that. Carrots, I just like carrots. Carrots are on my mind a lot. So I prepared a tamarind glaze with the tamarind and again the sweet onion sugar, hot sauce, and some mango juice, and brought it all home together on the plate for sweet, spicy, and a little bit of savory.
And Chef Holland's already plated and kind of doing the finishing touches.
He's making up for the last round.
I think so.
Yeah.
When I saw Chef Holland plating his dish early, I felt a little intimidated. I knew he was going to come back with the fury following the first round, and he did, and he was plating and had to be plating that at that time. He had considered his dish and executed it.
Oops, nope, that didn't work.
Oh no!
I expected it to work like a Ziploc bag, but no.
Mazel tov.
Oh well.
Are there any nuts?
Chef Holland busted his nuts, didn't he?
10 seconds on the clock.
I'm counting down.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chefs, please step away from your dishes. All right, Chef Marty, you are up first. Please explain to the judges your creation.
So we've got a braised duck, grilled and steamed in the beer, or Israeli couscous with some chilies, cilantro, and grape tomato, and a tamarind roasted carrot. As soon as I knew the flavor of the beer, or a general idea of what the beer would be like, I knew it was going to have to go a certain direction. It was going to have to encompass islands. We were going to have some spice, obviously, as well as some other contrasting components.
All right, great. Thank you, Chef Marty.
Thank you.
Chef Holland, you went a little nuts this round, so please explain to us your creation.
Okay, so I've got a char-grilled duck leg coated in those spicy nuts. I paired that with fried artichoke hearts that have the sweet onion sugar mixed into the batter. And then there's a salad composed of a red pepper slaw with the meat and the hot sauce cooked into the peppers, and cilantro over spinach. And it's all accompanied by a little dipping sauce that's composed of the meat and the hot sauce.
Great. Well, the judges seem to be enjoying it.
It's really good. I really like the flavors a lot. This pecan crusted duck is really nice. I love the artichoke. It's it gives a nice contrast to the duck, and it has just a nice fried food flavor.
Well done dish. It's complete. Really taking that sauce and just pour it on that a little bit like that.
Nice.
Would have been the best way to do it, and it would be like you'll see that color on that. No, actually, good job.
I do have to say, for me, the duck is a little bit under in the middle.
Chef Holland, thank you so very much.
Okay.
And now it is time for the judges to deliberate.
Yeah.
Chefs, if you will please leave the kitchen.
Could you even eat your duck?
See, it's good.
Nah, it's too pink.
All right, judges, the chefs have left. Now it's time for us to talk about them behind their back.
Yeah.
So how were the dishes today? Let's start with Chef Marty's dish.
Well, I want you to start with that.
I thought overall the dish was very well composed. It was a complete entree. The duck for me was completely overcooked, and I couldn't even cut into it had he taken the skin off and crisped that, or did it after the braise. It might have been better. But yeah, overall it was seasoned well.
Yep. And the couscous was made perfect.
Yes.
And I think that was a complete dish. Now,
Agreed.
Mary, what do you think about Chef Holland's?
I liked all of his flavors really well. I did have a little bit of a problem cutting into the duck also on this dish, but I thought, you know, that the heat was optional and that it was in the sauce and you could dip any one of those things into it. I put the duck in it, and that was really delicious.
Yes, that sauce seems like it was a hit. That seemed like it
sauce
was able to
awesome.
tie everything
It was
together
really
with
great.
that sauce.
So that's the whole thing on this. Unfortunately, my duck wasn't cooked all the way through.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you had a
on
piece
Chef,
or
on
not.
Chef Holland's dish.
On Holland's.
Okay.
It's a beautiful dish. It was, flavors were going together, but the duck was not done, you know, it was not, you know, finished all the way through. And I knew that when he was trying to use the grill to do that duck.
Yeah, he was
the way
having some issues
wants
with the
to.
fire. on
Correct.
that.
So both chefs made great dishes. They were both composed, but they both had missteps. This is going to be a hard one.
All right, let's bring back in our chefs. All right, chefs, remember this is your last chance to wow the judges. You will have 25 minutes to create a culinary masterpiece out of these mystery ingredients. For your dessert, you must include habanero sugar, dragon fruit, and key lime tea from Chabon Teas and Spices.
Dessert round was really interesting. The dragon fruit was the first thing I saw, and the habanero sugar was also really interesting and a little bit intimidating.
All right, chefs, we have 25 minutes on the clock. Are you ready? Your 25 minutes starts now.
This is an interesting little basket.
Yeah.
You know, not much to kind of work with, but they have to extract flavors out of it.
Yeah, dragon fruit is just a little sweet, a little citrusy. There's not a whole lot to it. It's just really cool looking.
Yeah. Chef Holland scooping the inside and getting all the meat out.
Is it kind of gelatinous on the inside?
Well, yeah.
Sort of, yeah, it's very soft.
Oh, yeah.
It is, like softer than a mango?
Yeah, it's like that.
The mystery ingredients for the dessert round, I felt pretty comfortable with. I have been able in my career to handle exotic foods, you know, dragon fruit being one of those, and tea. The tea was a little bit of a curveball, but I think with the lime accents that it had kind of put my fears to rest.
So he put the
And he put tahini and the dragon fruit in there.
tahini and the dragon fruit. Okay.
Interesting to see that. So Marty has mangoes, date sugar. That's a smart idea. And I'm kind of curious with what he's going to do with the tea.
In the dessert round, I reached for everything flavored. The key lime tea, I steeped the key lime tea in the chocolate milk because it lent itself to layering flavors. So I made creme anglaise from egg yolks and from date sugar.
So Marty, you working on that mango, kind of curious where you're going with this.
Yep, that's definitely going to need some texture.
Yeah.
though.
So Chef Holland, what's going on in the food processor there?
So I've got some tahini with my dragon fruit, and I'm sweetening it with clove sugar. So in America, we don't eat it very much, but in the Middle East, it's frequent to use tahini or sesame paste in desserts.
Correct.
Halva is the most common example, and you can find that at a few markets in town.
So you're truly keeping with your cooking style.
That's not my style.
Well,
It's just
basically
something I have a little bit of familiarity with. So I'm seeing if I
that's
can
what
make
I
it work.
meant, yeah.
All right, chefs, we have 15 minutes left on the clock. 15 minutes. Let's learn more about Chef Angelo's Arc Catering.
The name of my business is Arc Catering. We can take care of pretty much everything that they need. So, for example, from getting the venue, doing the catering and customizing the menu just the way they want it, doing the bar service, getting valet, getting a DJ, all that can be set through us according to what they want. Say, for example, they're celebrating a 25th year anniversary or whatever it is, the husband or wife or boyfriend and girlfriend wants to surprise the other person. We can create that. You know, one of my friends actually, he was just complaining to me that he can't find something special to do. He just doesn't want to go to a restaurant. He doesn't want to be the, everyday surprise. And I said, how about me cooking dinner for you, and we'll set this up in a way that you tell her you're going downtown for dinner, and you just walk in through this door and everything's set up, and it's kind of a nice surprise, and you can go to the next step. It has been fun for the past 3 years being the judge for Show Me Chefs. So I've had the opportunity to meet awesome chefs, my co-judges, good, awesome people.
Chef Holland, what is that?
This is the key lime tea. Just adding some seasonings.
It's a really pretty color.
Yeah, it is. The key lime tea, he actually made tea. Made tea. It's a beautiful color right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Today's dessert cart is brought to you by Neighbors Mill here in Springfield, Missouri.
So today, Nathan, we're going to be serving the pumpkin swirl. It's a sweetbread, and then we're going to pair it with a strawberry pecan, and we'll also be serving a lemon ginger blooming tea. Oh, wow. Now, this cool thing about the blooming tea is it actually starts off like this, and then it just kind of flowers out and releases its aromas.
Yeah.
It's absolutely delicious.
Gorgeous.
All right. Now, with the tea, would anyone like some sugar with that?
It's very delicate.
Oh, wow.
You didn't put that much sugar in either.
No, it's very lovely and herbal and floral. Yeah, Neighbors Mill Bakery and Cafe is a wonderful place. They mill their own grain, it's family owned and operated, and they make everything from cakes and pies and cookies down to big, beautiful loaves of bread.
Hey, Joey.
Yeah?
You know what's about to habanero?
More Perry.
No, I have a joke.
All right, man, lay it on me.
How do you spice up a date night?
A date night?
Netflix and chili.
Oh, that's gonna be in the back of my mind all day. Can we get back to the chefs?
Yes, please. Chefs, we are now at 5 minutes left on the clock. 5 minutes left.
Marty, did you pan-sear the mangoes? Did he come out okay?
I should have given it more attention.
Okay, so I see a little crust or a little burn marks on those.
I chose the mango thinking that the flavor and the color would pair well with the dragon fruit. In fact, I had at one point crossed my mind to grate a little orange zest on the plate, but I just never came back to that by the time plating came around.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the timer. All right, Chef Marty, once again, please explain your dessert dish.
What I presented today is caramelized dragon fruit and mango
with a key lime and chocolate creme anglaise and some date syrup chantilly.
Yeah.
Cream up.
And is that just a whipped cream on top?
Yeah, chantilly is a fancy word for whipped cream with sugar and vanilla.
I like everything coming together, but I don't know about the chocolate.
I think the chocolate overshadows the key lime tea.
I think so, yeah.
I think so too. And also the little bit too much char on the mango.
Maybe
Make a
whole
bitter.
milk would have been a better choice.
Yeah.
Right, but if you just get around that, it has a really nice flavor.
Yep.
Thank you.
And last but not least, we have Chef Holland. Please describe your dish.
All right, so I made a dragon fruit halva using the habanero sugar and some clove sugar. I paired that with the fruity key lime tea prepared as a syrup with a couple of slices of baguette used as the platform to deliver the sweeter ingredients to your mouth.
What are we thinking, judges?
Well, Chef Holland, the plate is beautiful.
Thank you.
I like that you use the skin of the dragon fruit as your vessel there. I think the tahini overpowers the delicacy of the dragon fruit a little bit. The syrup is wonderful.
Syrup's 100%. It's well done.
Excellent.
But I agree with her. The tahini might have overtaken the dragon fruit and the
Sesame can be kind of strong.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Chef
so
Holland,
much.
thank you so much. All right, chefs, once again, the judges are going to deliberate. If you would please leave the kitchen, we will invite you back in shortly. All right, judges, chefs are gone. This is the moment.
This is the moment.
This is
isn't
it.
You know, really, it is going to be tough for us because it comes down to the dessert round. Mary, what do you think? I mean, in that situation right now.
Well, it's a little bit hard because I liked certain elements of both desserts, but I think they were both kind of missing something.
Yeah, and the mango getting burned a little bit didn't help him either.
He should have taken a little more care in the handling. It was also that habanero sugar. He should have tasted it and mixed it with something because it almost got too spicy for what it was supposed to be.
Great. Well, lots to chew on here, but I think we've decided. All right, the judges have finished with their deliberation. Let's bring back in the chefs.
As the judges were ready to give their final verdict, I didn't have great expectations since I had severely flubbed on the appetizer round, but honestly, I felt like I had presented myself well enough to feel proud about whatever the result was.
My final thoughts on today's round. When I cook, especially when I cook in a pressure situation, I always focus on the one thing that I'm not satisfied with. Overall, I think my cooking was acceptable, and I just think getting through the first round is what I needed to do.
The party is almost at an end, but we've seen quite a journey for both of you guys today. So Mary, why don't you talk just a little bit about what we've seen from Chef Holland today?
Well, first of all, I think he recovered nicely from the first round with the appetizer, but I thought that the duck was really nicely done, except for the fact that it was not cooked long enough. It was pretty raw in the middle.
Thank you so much, Mary. Kim, talk to us a little bit about the journey that we've seen from Marty today.
It looked like Chef Marty was coming out of the gate really strong. We found it to be a little under-seasoned overall. The duck was way overcooked, but your knife skills are impeccable. You're wonderful to watch in the kitchen.
We both have brought the heat today, obviously, but like they say, there can only be one winner. So, Chef Angelo, who is the winner of today's episode of Show Me Chefs?
Today's episode's winner is Marty Lowry. So good job. Thank you. Thanks for doing it.
Great. So, Chef Holland, thank you so much for joining us today. Even though you didn't win today's competition, still a winner in our book.
This has been a great opportunity for me, and win or lose, it's all positive experience. I get to network with my colleagues in the field and meet new people, try out new things, and then, maybe I'll
take some of the recipes I made up on the spot today and put them into production elsewhere.
And Chef Marty, congratulations. You will be moving on to the semifinals in another episode. So we will welcome you back shortly.
So having heard the results of today's round, I can go home satisfied with my performance, knowing where I can improve again and having a chance to study further and improve my technique.
Thank you so much for watching. Please join us on our next episode as two brand new chefs join us right here in the GreyRocks kitchen to battle it out for their chance at the semifinals. Join us next time on Show Me Chef. Only 60 seconds to find everything you need from that pantry. Pantry time is up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Moving forward, my thoughts are pretty limited to myself and my performance. There's no chef anywhere that doesn't want to win and isn't emotionally invested in their work, but I can't let those things get the best of me. I just need to keep my head on straight and keep my humility and get home and get my cookbooks open.